Good morning, Kennedy Cougars, and it is Thursday today, Thursday the 28th. The week is almost coming to an end already. It's surprising how fast it has gone by, and it is our third day of school. Want to wish everybody a great first freshman football game today. We have a lot of other sports announcements going on today, and of course, a lot of things happening in the school we need to be aware of. So let's spend a couple minutes together and talk about the announcements. First, are you interested in doing what I'm doing here? Because I'd like to have some students involved in this. If you would like to be on the announcements, we're looking for people to do shifts, not the entire year, but to take weeks at a time and do the announcements and be part of this process. We're going to film them in the morning before first period. So if you're available to do that and you'd like to do it, you can sign up in the main office and let them know that you'd like to be on the announcements. We'll set a schedule up and we'll get you in here and involved. So if you'd like to do this, it's open to everyone in the school this year. Anyone who'd like to be part of it, sign up in the office and we will get you on the schedule. Reminder, students, that we do have a club fair on Tuesday during Smart Lunch, our very first Smart Lunch club fair in the West Gym. If you're interested in learning more about different clubs in the school, that's where you need to be. If you run a club and you want to have a table or a booth at the club fair and you want to recruit members, you need to see Miss Ritchie in 120A today. You need to see her and sign up for a booth today, 120A, if you want to have a booth at the club fair. All students should attend the club fair on Tuesday, and I really am going to encourage every student in the school to join a club or do an activity, at least one this school year. If we had everyone participating, we would have the world's record for most clubs, I think, in the whole wide world in all of high schools. Speaking of world records, we'll have a little more details about this in coming weeks, but Kennedy has won a number of awards this year already. Very impressive. We've won the Challenge Cup, which was for our athletic and academic performance last school year, and we just received word that we were ranked the 382nd best high school out of over 20,000 high schools in the country by the Daily Beast magazine, and that ranking is also accompanied with a top 100 for most rigorous high school in the country, not just in Iowa, in the country, for our exceptional AP program. So congratulations, Cougars. We are once again one of the very best high schools in the country, and the national rankings continue to show that. You're getting a very good education here. I hope you take advantage of it. Students wishing to play intramural sports during Smart Lunch need to register their team, which can consist of between 6 to 8 students, with Coach Lewis in room 55 by Wednesday, September 3rd. There will also be a meeting for students interested in intramural sports to learn the rules of play on Wednesday, September 3rd during Smart Lunch. This meeting is mandatory for all teams. Intramural sports are sports here at school against each other. It's not a competition outside of school, and the cool thing about it is you don't have to be a sports superstar to play. Anyone can play, and they'll be bracketed based upon your level of play, and you have a lot of fun. So really recommend you get down and enjoy some intramural sports. Room 55, Coach Lewis, sign your team up as soon as possible to play. A reminder, students, about the parking lots. Of course, South lot is full. We know that. It always is in the beginning of the year. If you applied for a North lot permit, you please go to the main office today. All North lot permits have been approved, and stickers are there waiting for you to park in the North lot. We want to relieve some of the pressure in the South lot. Students, it will get better in the South lot. It always does. But there's a lot more students wanting to drive this year than there are in years past, so we're going to have capacity issues in those lots. So please make sure that you are courteous to each other in the South lot, and you want to get here early if you want to ensure that you get a parking space in the South lot. Students, we also were informed by the police that a number of cars, we don't know if they were our students or not, but we'll assume that many of them were, in the neighborhood around the school were ticketed over the last couple of days for parking illegally. So if you do park somewhere in the neighborhood, you need to make sure where you're parking is actually a legal space. There's many roads, many streets that are not legal to park on, and you will get ticketed every day that you do it, and those tickets will start to add up very quickly. Also a reminder for those of you that drive that your safety is of top concern to us, and that means you need to be safe with each other. So when you're exiting and entering the parking lots, you need to do so as cautious and careful drivers. If you are caught driving recklessly, you will have your parking privileges revoked. You will not park on this campus. So I really want to remind you that parking is not a right, it's a privilege here, and you need to be very careful. We did receive some complaints from parents about reckless driving yesterday in the South Lot. If we catch reckless driving, if that happens, you will lose your parking space, and you will not be allowed to park on this campus for the remainder of the year. So it's very important that you drive very carefully. It's a very congested lot. Be very careful when you enter and you exit. Reminder that the Key Club is selling Gold Out shirts for this Friday night's football game at Iowa City West. This is for the Kids Foundation at the University of Iowa Children's Hospitals, and both teams will be wearing gold. Both sides of the field will be wearing gold in support of that. It's a really great cause, and so make sure you get your t-shirts and make sure you're at Friday's football game. That's important. Some activities going on. Today at 3 o'clock, our varsity boys golf team is traveling to Pleasant Valley Golf Course. At 5 o'clock, the sophomores are at Cedar Rapids Wash. I don't know where they're playing. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a volleyball tournament, not golf, so they'll be at Wash. Freshman volleyball is at Iowa City West, both the green and the gold team. Varsity volleyball is at Bettendorf, and they are playing in the MVC MAC Challenge, so that's exciting. Good luck to varsity volleyball. Our freshman volleyball is, yes, I already talked about that. They have another match. They have 2 matches tonight. And then our freshman football team, first game of the season tonight at Kingston, 7 o'clock versus Iowa City West. You want to get a preview of tomorrow night's game, come on down to Kingston at 7 tonight and cheer on your Cougar freshman football team. Student birthdays today. Happy birthday to Nicole Barrett, Corey Duncan, Maria Luna, Long Win, and Morgan Schatveld. And there are no staff birthdays. Lunch menu today. We will put up the lunch lines. I don't know the lunch lines at this time, but we will put them up in the cafeteria so you know where to go. We have meatball subs. We have spicy chicken patty on bun. There's some chef salads to be eaten, fruit parfait with granola, sun butter and jelly sandwich, pepperoni pizza, and much, much more. Make sure you look for those signs when you enter the cafeteria today. We're going to watch our final Smart Lunch video today. I have to thank all the individuals who were involved in making these videos. I'm very impressed with the job that they did, and they are very funny guys and gals. And I will also say that look forward to me doing my Rizwan impression. It's going to be amazing. But they're going to talk to you today a little bit about tutorials. What are tutorials? Why are we doing tutorials? Just so you know, during Smart Lunch, you'll have the opportunity every day to go to your classes for tutorials. Now, I say opportunity because you do not have to go to tutorials every day. You make the choice to go to tutorials, and that's up to you based on what you need. We're expecting every student to attend throughout each term 4 tutorials per academic class, but it's not something you're going to be graded on. It's something that we are expecting of you because in your pursuit of improving your grades or achieving academic excellence. For many students, if you're receiving A's and B's, you may think, I don't need to get extra help. I'm doing just fine. And that might be somewhat of the case. But if there's a test coming up, you can attend a tutorial to prepare for that test. If you have a paper due, your teacher might allow you to come into tutorial, bring your paper, and do some revision work. You also might get credit from some teachers for coming to tutorials and tutoring other students. Your teachers will talk to you about that as well. Tutorials are an opportunity to get extra help and to expand what you're already learning so that you can do even better in school. The goal is to be the very best student that you possibly can be. Teachers will make note in PowerSchool of the number of tutorials that you attend per week, and that will be reported to your parents. So please know that we are going to be tracking when you are in tutorial and when you're not. And for students that are struggling, that's going to be the first question that we're going to ask you is how many tutorials have you been attending and what can you do now to change if your grades are slipping. So enjoy this video and have a great day, Cougars, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Brennan, you're failing my class.
¿Por qué?
There's nothing you can do as far as I'm concerned.
I got something. Tutorials. I don't want to do more class.
You need to.
No. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Stop. Stop it. Stop. No.
Tell me about tutorials.
I'll tell you about the tutorials.
Tutorials.
What do we you know about tutorials?
Nothing.
I don't know.
Alright, let me tell you some things about tutorials. Students are expected to attend a minimum of 4 tutorial sessions per class, excluding PE, per term. The number of tutorials attended will be noted on students' report cards. Students in need of additional support may be assigned mandatory tutorial sessions by their teachers. In order to receive credit for attendance at a tutorial session, a student must remain in the tutorial for the entire session unless their teacher grants them an early release. Students must come to tutorials fully prepared to learn and fully participate in order to receive credit for attendance. Students must be in tutorial sessions by the required times. Late entry is not acceptable. There will be 2 sessions, Session A being at 11:35 and Session B being at 12:15. Students wishing to attend 2 tutorials in a single day must inform their first tutorial instructor prior to the start of tutorial. Instructor will either let them out 3 minutes earlier or provide them a pass to enter up to 3 minutes late. Students should always eat lunch during Smart Lunch.
Wow, Mr. Klein, tutorials are pretty cool.
They sure are. Whoa! Whoa!
There can be only one.